Hi friends, it's Vicky. It's been a cool minute. Have missed you guys very, very much. Today I'm back with another sewing video, and I'm going to be creating none other than another Selena Quintanilla outfit. As you guys know, I recently did, well, a few months now, recreated Selena's iconic purple jumpsuit, which by the way, thank you so much for all of the love on that one. That was like pretty unexpected. All the sweet, nice comments that I've gotten from everyone makes me really proud to see how many people actually like it and think it looks really close to like the original one. So which outfit am I recreating today? None other than the Selena cow print outfit. Yes, homegirl straight up dressed herself and made her band members dress up like cute little cows. And I ain't hating, because that is one of my absolutely favorite costumes. So freaking adorable. She wore it in a couple of ways, with the cow print jacket and the pants, and then with a skirt. So I'm doing the version with the skirt just because it's a little bit easier. I thought like it could be like pretty simple. Because a lot of you know I'm pretty novice. I'm a pretty novice seamstress, sewing lady. I think this should be like pretty straightforward to make, considering that I just use a pattern for the jacket. It's not super elaborate and crazy, and the skirt is like pretty basic, like circle skirt. So I'm gonna stop talking now and show you guys how I made it. All right, amigos, so let's start with the jacket. My favorite part of this ensemble. For the jacket, I used, as you can see, this cow print fabric that I found at the downtown LA fashion district, and I folded it in half. I think you need at least like 1 yard or so, but as you can see, I purchased way more, but I like having extra. And next, I cut out my pattern, and for the jacket pattern, I used the exact same one as the one that I used for the purple jumpsuit for her jacket there, and it just worked out. It's very, very similar. So I went ahead and I already had those pieces cut out, and I pinned the arms to the, not the arms, I pinned the arm pattern to the folded in half cow fabric and cut those babies out. Next, it was time for the vest part of the jacket. So I took the pattern pieces for the back and the front of the jacket, pinned those down to my black fabric here that I have folded in half, and cut those babies out. You know, as you can see, really straightforward. Pin the pieces on to the fabric, cut them out, and then ready to move on to the next thing. And again here, I mean, I think I only needed really like a yard or two. Depends on, you know, how wide your fabric is and whatnot, but follow the pattern instructions if you're using a pattern. Once I had all of my pieces cut out, I laid them out on the floor and set them together and pinned them together the way they're supposed to be sewn. And no, I didn't do like any lining or anything like that for this jacket. Really, really straightforward. Like, I mean, for me, it's for myself, and I don't get too crazy or detailed. I'm still learning how to sew, and I'm learning how to have a lot of patience, so I don't get too complicated. So yeah, once I had the vest portion sewn or pinned, together, I sewed that in place, and then I was ready to pin on the arms. So taking my cow arm print fabric, I pinned it on inside out, and yeah, went from there. And by the way, my cow print fabric is not sparkly. It doesn't have those little sprinkly thingies on them like Selena's did. And you know, I thought about like bedazzling it, but I was like, you know, I just really didn't feel like it. Oopsie. So once the sleeves were sewn in place, I went ahead and took these old shoulder pads that I took from a dress that I wasn't using them in, and stitched those on with my hands, because it is, of course, a 90s, early 90s ensemble. We need them shoulder pads. Skirt time, woohoo! Like I mentioned, Selena would wear this ensemble with some cow print pants, which I think are so cute, but honestly, I don't think I would be wearing those as much as I would the skirt. So yeah, I just went with the skirt, which I also think is super cute. And I took my black fabric here, and I used, I think like about, like 2 yards. I mean, I think for myself, I honestly really only needed like about 1.5 just to be safe. It all depends on your measurements too, of course. So I cut out my fabric into a square that was 42 by 42 inches. So even all around. And I came to that number because I measured myself from my waist to like my thigh, and 21 inches is how long I want it to be on me, more or less, leaving some room, of course, for the hem and whatnot. And as you can see here, I am now folding my square of fabric 2 times. This is just your really easy, old school, no pattern required method of doing a circle skirt, which is what Selena's skirt was. So I am taking the corner here that has no edges, the top corner of it, and I am measuring down about 5 inches. So I'm measuring down here on the corner with no openings on either side. And I'm using my measuring tape as a ruler to help guide me and create a half circle here. So I'm going all around and creating a half circle, which I'm gonna cut in a little bit. But then from the top of that same corner all the way down, I am measuring 21 inches, which is what I said earlier that I wanted the length to be, or at least before I sew everything. And again, I am repeating the same process, guiding myself with my measuring tape or my ruler to create that half circle. And I'm going from one corner of the square to the other. Once you have these markings on your fabric, you have nothing else left to do, then cut them out, or cut out, I mean. So you're gonna cut out from the top and the bottom. And once you have it cut out, you can reveal a nice little circle, as you can see here. I also needed the waistband for my skirt, so I took a piece of fabric for the waistband and I cut a rectangle that was 31 inches in length and 6 inches wide. And 31 inches is just for my waist, leaving like about an inch or so, a little bit more for taking that in, or for sewing for the edges. With the skirt open up, so I cut through that donut shape of the skirt so it wasn't closed anymore. I cut that open and I took my waistband that was folded in half and pinned it onto the skirt, leaving about an inch of that like edge from the waistband in order to be able to sew that on. So folded in half, the waistband is like 3 inches, and then leaving about an inch for the seam leaves it at like a 2-inch thick waistband. And then you just sew the waistband on. I think I've said waistband like 50,000 times. Anyways, after that is sewn on, I am ready to close the skirt and of course add that zipper. So that's exactly what I did. So once the zipper was stitched in place, sewn in place, I just closed the skirt and then measured it on just to make sure that I liked the length and whatnot. I liked how it fit me. I then went ahead and measured where I was gonna take in the hem. So I went in, I wanna say like about no, not even an inch, a little bit more, maybe like 2 inches or so. As you can see here, I'm marking it up with my chalk. Folded that in, pressed that in with my iron, pinned it in, and then sewed it all up. And after that, I was done. I had my skirt ready. And now for the reveal. And bonuses, I made face masks to match. Is that not the cutest? Oh my gosh. I love this culprit mask so freaking much. Like, hello. Quarantine and Selena style. Got my cowgirl boots on. Woo! Make me super happy. Hopefully, I'm trying to do maybe another Selena outfit. We shall see though. Stay tuned for that. Maybe, maybe not, but maybe. I'm not sure what else to say. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna go get pizza right now. Not just because Selena, but I'm actually kind of craving pizza. Or maybe burgers and hot dogs. Something along those lines, you know? I'm just craving one of those things. As always, thank you for stopping by. Remember that I love you. Sending you a big virtual hug wherever it is that you are in the world. Hope that everyone's doing okay. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.